Hey yo, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about one of the new systems that recently came out in Throne and Liberty in the new patch that came this very morning, and I wanted to talk about the material transmutation and especially for the equipment. I am not going to talk about the rune because I'm not exactly sure how they work yet. And so for now, I'm simply going to stick to the equipment because I think that this is a very good system that they implemented, and I think that is very, very good for the game. And so basically, what this is that the material transmutation is basically a system where you put all the gear that is not useful to you. And so, for example, here I have a bunch of items here that I might not use, for example, and I can just drop them in the transmutation, and then I get to have a chance to get another item and transmute these items into another item that hopefully will be more valuable. And so overall, I think that's a really great idea. And to do that, you basically put any purple gear, you can put blue gear, you can put green gear. You can also put some of these gems here, these gems, these ores. You can put them. You can also put crafting materials if you have a lot of them. And that's basically what it is. The only thing that you cannot put in this transmutation is that I don't think you can put fish. I don't think you can put any cooking material. I don't think you can put growth stones. You cannot put food. You cannot put some of these contracts. You cannot put powders. So that's one thing that you cannot do. But anything that is usually related to crafting, so the gear, the crafting materials, the gems. So those are all materials that you can put in this transmutation, and you get a chance to get a cool item that you might want or that you might want to sell. And so before the system, what you used to do is that, for example, if I didn't want this item here, what I would do is that I would basically dissolve it, right? And so if, for example, I add an item, the trait is bad, then I don't need it, and it's not very valuable, then I would simply dissolve it, and that would give me a bunch of powders. That is assuming that you can also put it into the lithograph book, but this is also limited. So what I would end up doing is that I would basically dissolve it, right? But the thing is that the powders, these dust, they're not really useful. And so if you look at my inventory here, my storage, I have so many of these dusts that I'm not really using. And so that was the only way to deal with these items, with this gear. And so I just end up with a bunch of powders. And so that's kind of what it is. Now that they implemented this, I'm really happy because now all the loot and all the gear that I don't use, I can simply put it in here and I can transmute it into hopefully a good item that that's gonna be useful to me or that can sell on the auction house. And so that's kind of what it is. You just put items in here, and that can be a combination of anything. And the idea here is that you want to max out all the points. And so you see, when you put items, any item, you can see the points here, right? That kind of grow up. And the idea here is that you put items and you want to convert the points. You put point. I'm gonna do one actually. Let me do one. So you just put some. You convert the points. And then here you see like there's this circle here that you want to full out and you want to max out. And the idea here is that every time you want to go and reach the max tier. Okay, so you convert points and you want to get to the max tier because by getting to the max tier, that's where you're able to actually get a purple and an epic item. And so this is the best way to go about it, I think. And so you just fill this thing here, these points, and then you're able to transform. So I would basically add a few items. These items are not valuable to me, so I can just max this out. And the idea here is that you have four choices that you have four options that you can do. And so you can do all, and so with all, that would basically give you any item possible, I guess. And this is the cheapest option because you see it costs less solvent, but you don't know the item that you're gonna get. The other options is that you can choose weapons, armor, or accessory. And so if you look, for example, at the loot table of the weapons, those are the weapons that you could get with the material transmutation if you choose only weapons. And so it costs more solon, so you gotta be aware of that. And overall, the weapons that you get from the transmutation here are mostly the resistance weapons, which are really not that great, to be honest. And so the other weapons here are the weapons that you get from the open world dungeons. And so you're not getting any weapons from world bosses or dungeons. And so if you're looking for a very specific weapon from world bosses or dungeons, then you still have to do them. You cannot get the weapons from dungeons and world bosses. And so because of that, I think that this is a little bit underwhelming because most of these weapons are kind of easy to get and they're not very valuable, and most people farm them a lot, and so it's usually quite cheap. These weapons are usually quite cheap, and so unless you're looking for a trait or something like that, I don't think it's very valuable to get these weapons. And so you can also choose the armor, and if you look at the loot table, you're also getting the resistance armors, and you're also getting open world dungeons armors. And you see here, you're also getting the armors from the tier 1 dungeons. So for example, Supreme Devotion, that's coming from Cave of Destruction, and so this is from a dungeon. You're also getting this new set here, the Gilded new set, and so I don't know if this set is good, but it's a set that was released with the patch. So that's the only set that you can get, and you can also get gear and armor from world bosses. And so, for example, I think that the divine attire, I think you can get it from bosses. And so ultimately, with the armors here, you can get any armors except the armor set, I think. This is probably the only armor that you cannot get from this. And again, I find that a little bit underwhelming because the most important and most valuable armors that you can usually wear are the set armors, because the set bonuses, they give you bonuses. And so because of that, I think that the set armors are probably more valuable, but they don't drop here. And so unless, again, maybe you're looking for a trait, I don't think the material transmutation for the armor is going to be valuable. And again, since there are more loot in this table, it can be also a little bit harder to get the exact item that you want, right? So there are way more items to get, so you're not exactly sure which item you're gonna get, right? And so because of that, I don't think it's valuable unless you're looking for a certain trait, and that's kind of what I think about it. And so far, as of right now, I think that the best way to use material transmutation is using the accessories, and there are many reasons for that. And the first reason is that usually the accessories are worth more solons, they're much more valuable, and so I'm assuming that by having the system here, that's gonna put more accessories into the game, and so I think that's a good thing. And I think that over time, the price of these accessories will probably drop, obviously, and they might go down. And I think it is very valuable, mostly because of the Band of Universal Power, which is probably the best ring in the game so far, and also the Belt of Bloodlust, which is also a very, very good belt, probably the best belt for many builds. And so because of that, I think right now the accessories are probably the best way to go. This is probably the best option that you can get, because usually these accessories are worth much more loose sense, and they're much more popular. And the fact that you can get the Band of Universal Power and the Belt of Bloodlust, that makes it very interesting. And obviously, since the patch released, the price of these items literally dropped because, I mean, everybody is trying to get these items. And so, if I take, for example, the band of universal power, right now it's about 3K for the lithograph and 4K for the actual band. And I think before the patch it was something like 8 or 9K. So obviously right now these prices are dropping because it's a new way to get these items. And I'm not so sure about the Bloodlust belt, but it's also dropping. And before the patch, I'm sure that it was much more expensive. And I was looking at the universal power because I was looking to get this item myself here, the band of universal power. I was looking to get it myself, and I basically got it myself by doing this method here. And so I have it right here. That's how I got it. I got the ring by simply transmuting and simply spamming this equipment, this material transmutation by selecting accessories, and that's how I got it. I just spammed the transmutation using the mats that I got since the beginning of the game and that I was not really using, that were sitting in my storage, and so that's how I got it. And so those are kind of my thoughts about that. And overall, I think it's a great system, but for now, unless you're looking for a certain trait for your gear, I think that the accessory option here is much more valuable. So unless you're looking for a certain trait for your armor or your weapons, it's probably best and safe to go with the accessories because they're probably worth much more loot cents. And that's kind of what I think about that. So hopefully this video was helpful to you, and that's pretty much it. Peace.